relationship you witnessed growing up shaped your perception of love. Okay, so for my writing prompts, relationships, and I really want to take a moment to answer this question from my point of view. So, how have the relationships I've witnessed growing up shaped my perception of love? First of all, when and how you see others' love growing up will affect you no matter what you do or how you go about it. And it could affect you in a negative way, in a positive way, in the sense of, like, obviously, if you grew up seeing a healthy expression of love, then you're going to see you're going to accept the healthy expression of love as you grow older. And so that's a positive way that it affected you. But a negative way would be if you saw, and it could go, on variations of, like, degree of the spectrum. Because when I say it could have affected you in a bad way, it could be where, you choose to repeat the patterns, or you choose to face the aspects of yourself that, face the parts of you, try to heal the parts of you that see and experience the same energy, the same feelings that you did while growing up, while witnessing either your parents or parental figures, whoever was around that expressed love in relationships. So, for myself, my parents were not the best example. And it was affecting me, and it has affected me till this day in the way that I have and had approached love. Sometimes, when you're, like, doing your own thing, or, like, when you're experiencing something and you're like, oh my God, I sound like my mom, or oh my God, I sound like my dad. And there has been some pretty jarring moments where I'm like, wow, this is my dad. This part of me that is doing this, that is feeling this way or wants to react this way, is my father. Or this part of me that is being this way, wants to react this way, is my mother. Of course, my biggest influence has been my mother, because as a woman, often we also have that association and that, difference, and in what shapes us. But I do want to say that there's part of my father also in how I was affected by how I view relationships, or my perception of love. Now, over time, I've done what I can to heal those parts of myself that are affected or were affected by my father and my mother's relationship and the people around me that I saw. So yeah, like, over time, I've tried to heal. I've tried to do what I can to change my history, change the cycle. And then I realized that there is still parts of me that I cannot fully heal. It's almost like there are parts of me I have to accept that have been shaped by my upbringing, by my perception of, like, what I witness and how I experience something. Because obviously, like, what I experience and my siblings experience were completely different. So again, it was obviously, like, something that was very personal for me, because my siblings experience their own version of this, and so at this point, I'm still facing aspects of myself that I realize, like, I can be self-aware enough about those parts of me that were heavily influenced by the trauma that came by seeing the relationship between my mother and my father, because it was not just how I view them and how I saw them and experienced them and witnessed them, but it also plays into how it affected me as a child, and what it did to me. So anyways, that was my answer. And your question in your homework today is for you to answer that for yourself, whether in a journal or by yourself. It don't matter how. Okay, love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.